May we start off by a salute to the nation's flag, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call. Carol, please let the record show that Supervisor Sabazic, Tom Cassiola, Cindy Fisher, Frankie Gizio, and Ron Flair are in attendance. In addition, is Chief Sean Bukovinsky, Public Works Director Bill is in the house, Dan Dizeroff of Gateway Engineers, and Township Engineer Gretchen Moore. As solicitor. At this time, if we may take any citizens' comments for any item that is on the agenda. General Township comments and questions will be addressed after the Board of Supervisors discuss old business. Do you have anyone? State your name and address for the record, please.
Sure. Kara Sheridan, 58 North DePauli Road. I'd just like to make a request based on Resolution 108-2018, the request for range resources extension for the conditional use approval. I'd ask that we table this decision until next month's meeting due to the force line case that came down on Friday. We haven't had adequate time to review the information contained there within and don't see really any harm in waiting to table this decision next month.
Very well. Thank you for your comments. We'll address it during that portion of the meeting. Any others? Very well, let's start off. We have an aggressive agenda. First, there's a few announcements. Cecil Township Historical Society will meet Wednesday, June 20th at 7 o'clock. Cecil Township Municipal offices will be closed Wednesday, July 4th. And the 5th annual Hot Wheels Car and Bike Show will be Saturday, July 21st, 9 a.m. to 3 at this Cecil VFC number 3 on Millers Run Road. First item on the agenda, resolution number 098-2018. Consider the promotion of Sergeant Guy Kuzak to the rank of lieutenant in the Cecil Township Police Department. Very well, may I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion, Ron Flair, Tom second. Any comments?
Well, my only comment is I noticed there's no effective date on here. Is there, when will this be effective? Immediately?
That'll be immediately tomorrow,
Okay.
Tuesday.
Just for clarification. Thanks.
Very well. Good point. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? 0. Carol, let the record show 5-0. Thank you. Next, resolution number 099-2018. Consider the approval of the land development plan application number 2018-0011 for the Red 9 Property Warehouse addition contingent upon execution of the developer's agreement and posting of financial security. Location 101 Red 9 Lane, I-1 zoning district. Applicant is Minard and Son.
Mr. Chair, since we're without a projector tonight, I'll give the board a description of this project. This is about a 14,000 square foot addition to the warehouse that Mr. Minard, who's here in the audience tonight, is proposing to construct in the private development over off of Georgetown Road. There have been a number of expansions to the site, and this appears to be the last one that he's going to do. Don't hold me to that. They're expanding this particular part of the warehouse over an area that's in an existing impervious area. They have stormwater management, they have adequate parking, lighting, landscaping as required. What they have done is they presented this to the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission recommended it for your approval. From the engineering perspective, they've addressed all the technical comments. So it's in order for your consideration. If you have any further questions, like I said, we can bring up Mr. Minor.
Dan, so this also acts as a site plan, also, right?
I'm sorry?
This also acts as a site plan?
Yeah. That's it. You want to see it? I mean, everyone wants to see it.
Apologize to the residents as well for Just that system being
I'm
down.
not sure why we call it land development.
Backup plan.
It's a site plan.
Any other questions from the board?
Also move to approve that.
We have a motion to approve, a second.
I'll second.
A second by Cindy Fisher. Any more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carol, let the record show 5-0, please. Thank you for that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Next item number 2018. Consider the approval of the overlook at South Point Phase 7 subdivision and land development. Application number 2018-0017. Contingent upon execution of a developer's agreement and posting of financial security. Development considers the final 17 lots in this plan and provides for the connection to Burnside Road. The location is Burnside Road, R2 zoning district, PRD.
Mr. Chair, I'll turn it over to Grant Shire here to give a brief description of the project to the board.
Thank you.
Good evening, Grant Shire with PBE. This is the last phase within Overlook. It's phase 7. What we are doing is revising the master plan. It was originally 90-foot wide lots. They are going to 75-foot wide lots, and there are 17 total within that phase.
And Grant, the overall project still meets the required density.
Correct. Same density, same overall number of lots.
So why such a,
Choice at previous phases, 75-foot wide lots, seem to be popular, so they're moving forward with that type of lot.
but it's, you said it's the same number of homes, even though they're shrinking them?
Correct. So the additional space goes into open space. Narrower lot, that area goes into open space.
Any other questions from the board?
Grant, do you want to discuss the emergency connection between the two?
Correct. There is an emergency access that has been worked out with the adjacent property owner at the edge of the cul-de-sac. That easement has been executed and we're moving forward. That is also going to serve as the sanitary sewer connection.
If the board might recall, some of you recall that the Ironwood plan, when it was extended several years ago, this property was, when the entire Dantry property was developed, part of it was dedicated to Ironwood, and they developed the newer section of Ironwood, and then, of course, the Overlook development. So at this point in time, this is the final point where the two cul-de-sacs have a connection. I believe Frank Saris's daughter lives in the one house. It's at the very end of the cul-de-sac on Kensington Drive, and they've worked out a deal with Gary Sipple to redo this emergency access in a better location that actually fits the final development of the whole project together. And they went on and executed a new easement and did everything to make that work out. I just wanted to bring that to the board's attention.
So Dan, it will be an open connection, or there will be a
It's
gate?
just an open area that can't be developed, Eric,
Okay.
just for emergency access between the two cul-de-sacs. If there was ever some dire emergency that people needed to move between those 2 points, they couldn't get out another way, there's a way to get out.
What will the surface be then?
Grant, do we put grass creek, we're putting grass creek on this, Tom? There's gonna be grass creek, which is a base, an aggregate base underneath a grass surface, so you can drive on it.
Number 90 foot goes down, 1775 goes up 17.
Could you say that into the microphone? What was your last comment?
The question was that it can't be the same number of lots. It is. We're reducing the 90-foot by 17 and upping the 75 foot by 17. It's just the same. It's the same number of lots overall.
So you're gonna have 170 feet left over.
We shrunk back the cul-de-sac as well.
You need to add to the cul-de-sac, right?
The lot widths are coming down.
So you're making it come closer and closer.
Correct. Correct. The same. It's 364 total lots. Same as the previous master plan that was approved.
Any other questions from the board?
Just one final thing, Eric. This will provide for the formal connection of Davis Lane to Burnside. So this will be the second access out of the plan. If you recall, Dan Graham's, Cecil's attorney was here a couple months ago to work out that whole issue of the board taking that right away, if you recall. So this will make the final connection of the plan to Burnside.
Very well. Comments? Any further questions?
May I ask, there was a homeowner resident down there adjacent to your properties that it happened to extend their fire pit over onto your property. Did you ever resolve that issue?
That was worked out.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So move.
We have a motion to approve. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Cindy Fisher, second. Any additional comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
No.
And opposed? No. Carol, let the record show 4 and 1 opposed. Next item, resolution number